How do neural pathways work in split brain syndrome? Imagine your brain as a busy city with two neighborhoods connected by a main highway. When that highway is cut, each neighborhood still runs smoothly, but they can't share messages directly. That's what happens in split brain syndrome. This condition occurs when the thick band of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum is severed or damaged. This band is like the main bridge that allows the left and right sides of your brain to talk to each other. Without it, each side becomes more independent, processing information on its own. Normally, the corpus callosum lets the two halves of your brain share sensory data, thoughts, and commands seamlessly. For example, if you see a ball with your right eye, your left brain processes it and can tell you what it is. But if your left eye sees the same ball, your right brain processes it, which usually can't speak. So, in a person with split brain syndrome, each hemisphere works like a separate person, perceiving and acting on information independently. Even with the main highway cut, some neural pathways still send signals between the hemispheres. These are like smaller side roads beneath the surface, called subcortical roots. These roots include other nerve fibers and structures that can transfer limited information. They help explain why some split brain patients can still perform tasks that seem to requiring coordination, even though the main connection is gone. For example, if a word is shown to the right side of a split brain person's visual field, their left hemisphere, which controls speech, can say what they saw. But if the same word appears on the left side, the right hemisphere sees it, but usually cannot speak. Sometimes the right hemisphere can understand and even draw what it saw, but cannot verbally describe it. This creates strange situations where one side knows something, but the other side cannot express it. Sometimes, the two hemispheres even seem to act in opposition. One hand might button a shirt while the other unbuttons it, or one hand might reach for an object while the other tries to stop it. This is called alien hand syndrome. Usually, one hemisphere dominates or controls behavior, but these conflicts show how separate the two sides can be. Studying split brain syndrome helps us understand how the brain's wiring shapes our perception and consciousness. It shows that our sense of a unified mind depends heavily on neural pathways like the corpus callosum. When these pathways are disrupted, it reveals how each hemisphere can operate as a semi-independent processor, creating two streams of awareness within one brain. Understanding these neural pathways also offers clues about brain plasticity and recovery after injury. It inspires new ways to treat neurological conditions and shows how different parts of the brain communicate, even when main routes are blocked. This fascinating condition reminds us that our consciousness is built on complex, interconnected pathways that can sometimes operate in surprising, quirky ways.